I normally use like StreamYard, but it's gotten really expensive. I haven't really been on as frequently, so I figured why keep spending money on something that I'm not using to its full extent. Not like I used to before, right? Like before I used to be so much more active and on here so much more frequently, so I really haven't been. Bear with me. I'm going to post this on all the things so that people can come join us because I think I'm just talking to myself right now. I'm also going to change camera angle so you can see my desk because this is what we're going to be working on. So bear with me while I gather myself. Okay, let's see here. Just. Okay. This is what we're working with. I just finished this earlier, and that's going to be in a video, hopefully, that I was recording right before this. So we're going to work on this today, though. Let me just get this out on the socials. 1 second, please. You may also hear the laundry in the background because I'm doing laundry. Okay, so I just dropped it on Discord for my crafty girlies. But this is what I normally make. I have gotten some reviews. Someone just ordered this today, or well, this week, excuse me. But I have gotten reviews that when you stretch it out, you can't really tell it's a heart anymore, which makes sense because I can barely tell it's a heart. So what I think I want to do is just make the image itself a little bit taller, right? So I have about, I think, 2 rows or just 1 row of just solidness. I think I want to make it taller. So this is what we're doing here. I've kind of started. I've already lowered it, so it's lower. So let's see how things go. But I'm just doing a duplicate stitch right now. Let's see. So this is here. I need to pop up over here. I haven't done this in a while either, y'all, so bear with me. Okay. But it's always nice when someone orders something that doesn't sell as frequently or as often, because it reminds you of the things you genuinely like to do that you don't get to do as often. So here we are. Okay. Coming up and over. And I know this is not the best angle, but this is what works for your girl. Especially when I'm going like left to right, it's super uncomfortable for me. All right, I'm just playing with it because I want it loose. I don't want it too tight. This is my tail. I'm gonna go back in here, come back out over here. So I'm going into my peaks and then going behind the loops on top. So this is just a basic duplicate stitch, nothing too crazy. I came out here in the middle and I'm coming to the top over here. I think I have a video tutorial on this or another live where I showed you guys how to do this. Excuse me, I'm just getting her done today because I want to get this done and shipped out today. Okay. Okay, so I think I need to still keep going, but then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 10 across. right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Okay. So I'm currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going up to 7 now. Okay. So up and over. Because I would be here, I need to go up here. Okay. We're not getting tangled or making any knots. Right, and then let me open up the stream on my iPad so I can see your guys' comments. Bear with me 1 second. The stream. It really happened. Bear with me. Nah. Okay. Why am I struggling, y'all? Okay. 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 So I have the comments up. Hello, welcome. Thank you guys for joining. Okay, let's see here. Okay. And then you want to be mindful when you're doing your your duplicate stitches that you're not going through the back. Right? You can, but there's no need. Alright, so I'm just gonna adjust my string here, my yarn, so that it's not pulling up, or it's not as, it's longer, basically. Okay, because I had it doubled up, so I just needed to pull it a little bit more. Oof, another knot, y'all. These knots, I'll tell you. Okay. Okay, so I need to come down and over one. Okay, so this should be 7 across now. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I need to go one more up and over. So I'm going in here and I'm coming out over here. My neighbor's dog is barking. Thankfully, my dog is not barking because normally she would be. All right, so up and over. And then it's going to be weird again because I have to go left to right. Here we go. Let's see here. All right. So like I said before, I'm not sure if you guys were here when I started. This is my general pattern, but I have gotten some feedback that when you do put this on cups, the heart is very distorted. You can barely tell it's a heart. So I want to work on making it taller so that when it is pulled, it still keeps its shape. So that's what we're working on right now. I'm starting off with the same base. So there's 9 across. I do think I want to make it taller, and that should help with the shape. So let us see. If I like the way it looks, I'm going to make another one, but I'll probably switch over to Instagram. Just so I can take more pictures and update my product photos as well. Okay. Earlier today, I also started recording for a video. It's the first time I've recorded to edit a video. Oh Lord. The first time I've recorded a video in a while, so I'm excited for that. But because I was kind of quiet and I was just like, well, I can go live. I'll come back when I'm done for the video. But I honestly just like working live with you guys. It gives me, I don't know. One, I just like talking aloud. So if I'm live, I don't feel crazy because I'm talking to you, even though no one is still here. But it makes sense when I talk aloud because someone is listening, not just me. And then my vinyl stuff is out because I did an order earlier as well. I can actually get rid of this. I don't think I need this here. Very distracting. But yeah, this is where we are. Okay. All right, so we have a nice little give here. I don't want it too tight again because this is a coffee cozy, so it does need to be able to stretch still whilst keeping its shape, right? That's the dilemma that we have. So we're working on that. But we're gonna just have to modify as we go. So I need to look at the pattern again once I'm done with this row. Oh, that's not good. I think I'm in the stitch. Yeah. Okay. How was y'all's week? My week was absolutely crazy. I worked 6 10-hour days. My check is going to be immaculate, especially after a second promotion within my first year there. So I'm really happy and proud of myself. But your girl is tired. She's tired. Today is my only day off, and I'm using it to do business things. I cleaned a little bit this morning. I still have to continue cleaning, but we're not gonna think about that right now. I want to get these orders and stuff done. I might run some errands, maybe run to the grocery store. Not sure yet. All right, so we have our bottom half done for the most part, right? So I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, hold on. So we said there's 9 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 valleys, right? And then these are the rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on the 5th row right now. There's 3 rows up here. But let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a row that I just made. I'm going to do another I need another 2 full rows. I might do 3 full rows so that there's an extra row amongst here, and then I can start on the little like heart part. We shall see. I'm gonna pop this into this little peak here and then push it up so that it goes up one row. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I'm in the middle of the one that I just duplicated. Now I'm coming over. So the original pattern requires that I do one full solid row again. And then, if I'm not mistaken, this third row here has that empty spot. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make it all the way through and see if that makes a difference. I hope that makes sense to y'all. But it makes sense to me, and that's what matters. All right, let's see here. I just keep going. This right to left is always easier for me because I'm right-handed, so I go this way. Again, making sure that I stay within just the first layer and I'm not poking through the back. Okay. Just gonna kind of loop this up and over so that it's out of the way. Or not. Try to push it in here so it's not getting caught with everything. Whoop. Again, just kind of tugging ever so often to make sure that everything is nice and loose, that my duplicate stitches aren't too tight. I need to also change my needle around, make the double part less, right? Come back up. Stuff out of the way. All right. So technically, this is where kind of like I would start the little heart portion of it. I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to probably go up to maybe 5 because the original pattern has 3 here. I think I want to do 5 just to make it taller. I did drop down 2 rows for that space, so we'll see how that goes. But that way it should make it bigger overall, like taller, so that when it is stretched out, it still looks like a heart. So we'll see. And that way everything else is like proportionate wise, numbers wise too. Like everything is still within the odds. Because I could technically just do 1, but then there's 4 here, and I'm just like, is that gonna look the same? It's gonna look weird. I don't know. We'll see. Hey Barb. Thanks for joining. How was your week, dear? Mm, okay. Again, left to right is hard for me. Sometimes I even have to go sideways because it just makes sense. Okay. See, I already like how it's taller. I know you can't really see it all that much just yet, but technically that would have been the first little gap. I'm not doing that. I'm going to keep going to make it taller. And again, just little modifications like this will make your customers happy. Um, and that's why we like your guys' feedback, right? Like if you don't like something or you want something changed, let us know. It's not always what you say, but how you say it. Um, okay. So again, originally these three would just be the end of it, but let's see here. I want to make sure I'm doing what I need to do. These are coffee cozies, Barb. They're heart ones at that. So one of the feedback that I got is when you have like a really wide cup, the heart no longer looks like a heart. So if you can imagine, um, all right, the heart's a little bit distorted once you kind of stretch it out. So I'm trying to make the heart taller so that it looks more of a heart when it's stretched out. So I have made it a little bit taller already. Now I just need to work on the overall arches of the heart. Um, let's see if I have another one that's already done so that we can see it better. Um, like this is one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my 5th row here. And then the 6th row has a full solid line again. And then we kind of go into our hearts here, right? So I have the 3 here. I think I want to do, because we have two solid lines, and I said I wanted to make that 4. So I'm going to do one more full line across, and then I'm going to go into the heart portion of it. So it's 4 and then 2. That's what I needed. So we're going to do one more full solid, and then I'm going to split it in half. Right? Yeah. Because that's 3. The original pattern has 3. It's going to go up to 5 for us now. So she's going to be a lot taller, and hopefully that'll rectify the issue that the customer pointed out to me. Okay. By me just making it slightly taller, I'm hoping that resolves the issue. See? Okay. Okay, oh, I think I'm getting the hang of it. I was going real low slow at first, but we got her. Mm, yeah, I got excited. I got lost where I was. I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm talking too much. All right. So I think this is gonna look a lot better if I do say so myself. But I think it's gonna rectify the problem that, like I said, the customer brought up to my attention. Right, and then up and over. And then I need to come up and through the middle here. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so now I have to do 4, skip 1, 4. And now I'm gonna keep working on the heart. That'll work on the top of the hearts. It's 2. Mm, Lord. All right, that's 3, and then this should be the last one before I have to skip one. So I'm skipping this stitch here. I'm not going to go into here. I'm going to go into the next space. So I'm going over here. So I'm finishing up this stitch, skipping that one, and then starting the bottom of that stitch. I hope that makes sense. All right, so we just skipped this one, and I'm going to duplicate the second one here. That's going to start the little V of our heart. Okay. All right, I'm also just going to pull on my thread some so that I have less doubled. Coming down and over. Okay, so now I have to do 2 in the middle of the 4s. So I get to do these last 2 and then the last 2 up here. So I'm gonna go down in here, back down into this V, and then up over one to the left. I need to be down here. Okay, because I'm gonna duplicate that stitch on top now. All right, and now we're going across for these last 2 stitches. And I have to jump across to the other side as well. So before I just skip this one, I'm going to skip these 3 and then pop up over here. So again, I'm gonna pop up, not here, but here. Okay, right in here. Whoops. So I'm skipping these 3. right? And I'm going into the fourth one right here, right? So already you can kind of see the difference. The heart is so much taller. So again, hopefully when the heart is stretched out, you can still see that it's a heart, right? The shape is still recognizable because my customers were telling me that it was not. And thankfully, because this, I just ended up dropping it. I started it a little bit lower, right? I can just add on to the bottom of this and still have the same exact thing. So let me just finish this one off before I start rambling. But that's it. I'm going to drop it in the middle here somewhere. All right, but that's it. This is the heart. And again, all I did was just add 2 rows in the middle here. So I'll probably just come down and I'll come down 2 rows and that's it. And then let's see. I had my Ensure. Let me grab a cup or something. So you guys can see what it looks like on a cup or a bottle. I found a can of paint because I'm random like that. This is my can of paint that I just got randomly. But again, cups are like this, cans, right? So when you put it on your cup, right? I just distorted that last one there, but you can still see that it's a heart, right? So what I was being told before is that with these as they are, the heart looks distorted once you put it on your cup, right? Like it doesn't look as much of a heart here on this one, whereas like I feel like you could see more of the heart before. Let me fix that last stitch that I just messed up because I definitely pulled on it. So this one here is messed up. For my little test. Right. Let me close this up and then we can test it out properly. So again, I'm just kind of giving it a nice stretch so that it's loose. I'm going to thread this piece up to here so I can just tie it off in the middle. Doesn't have to be like perfect either. But I do want to get it to where I can tie it off. Okay, so that's like that. Like so, like that. All right, this is in between here. I don't want that. There's like a piece like in the actual yarn. Can you see that tiny little piece there? I want the yarn out on the other side of that. I know it's minute, but that's the stuff that annoys me. Why? Who knows? Again, I'm just kind of pulling and stretching, making sure that all my stitches are loose and comfortable. Nothing is too tight anywhere. Right, this looks good for me. Right, I'm going to tie these off here very loosely and then just hide it inside the double knit item. If I can make a knot, that would be amazing. And then again, just very loosely, I'm going to kind of like lift it up some here so I can tie off the knot properly as well, right? Just a few more knots. I feel like I pulled on something somewhere.